Hello and welcome to computer class. My name is Dave and today we're talking about camera angles in videography. But first, the basics. Don't forget this simple truth as we get in. I've quoted this several times. I think it's great. A great quote. Films are made up of sequences, sequences are made up of scenes, and scenes are made up of shots. And we've been talking about how to do these shots in the last couple episodes here. And what we're going to talk about today is how to do the camera angles. Before I begin with that though, I got all this information at www.studiobinder.com/blog/types of camera shot angles in film. And so it's very important to give them the attribution that they deserve for this information. The first shot, the first angle that you can have in your camera shots is the low angle, otherwise abbreviated LA. And the camera is below the subject eye line looking up. This creates a feeling of power. A low angle shot is on one character is often paired with a high angled shot on another to create the sense of the dominance of that one character looking up at like maybe some sort of a villain or something of power. And so this is a very powerful shot when you just look up at a character from a lower level than their eye line. All right, the next angle is the high angle shot, abbreviated HA. The camera points down at the subject and creates a feeling of inferiority. I don't think there's a better scene to illustrate this than the Avengers. When the attack on the city is happening, they are looking up at the attack as the aliens come through the hole. That's just an incredible scene, and you see how small the heroes are in relation to the villain that's about to attack them, or what they're up against. And so that's what a high angle shot is meant to portray, is to give that feeling of inferiority. That being said, the overhead or bird's eye view, and that is the camera is positioned directly above the subject, shooting straight down. This is great for displaying complex movements. It's also good for getting an overhead shot. You can do this for many different things. Not only could you do it in cinema, but you could also do it for product photography. You could do it for explaining how to, um, fix something on a device or phone. If you need those high-angle top-down shots to where you're using your hands to fix something, the bird's eye view is probably the best angle. So it's even used in amateur videography as well, maybe creating a YouTube video or something like that. Then we have the Dutch angle. The camera is slanted to one side, and this creates a sense of disorientation or increased tension. And so we have Tom Cruise's face. Whenever you hit someone's face a little bit cockeyed, it's almost like sometimes if a character is been drugged or something and they are stumbling back and forth, the camera will tilt back and forth with them as they fall into the walls and just bang into things. It's because it's that disorientation that you're trying to create with the different camera angles, and that's known as a Dutch angle. And of course, a common height or a common level for cameras is eye level, and this has to do with looking right into the character's eyes. The camera positioned at eye level creates a neutral or neutral atmosphere and is the most common used camera height. And the reason for that is it's more of two human beings interacting, and obviously this is very typical among human life, and so this camera angle is used profusely in cinematography, and is often coupled with good camera motion to maybe push in or follow the subject or whatever. And then we have shoulder level. And shoulder level is a camera angle that is as high as the subject's shoulders. It is technically slightly lower, is a slight lower than an angle shot. It's the second most used shot in all of cinematography, because the eye level is first. So this shot is just a little bit further down than this shot, the eye level. Notice this one has just barely the shoulders in there. This one has a little bit more of the shoulders, really sort of mid-chest, and gets more of the emotion so you can pull in some of the hand motions and really see a tiny bit of what could be right in front of them, so to speak. Or maybe you could capture some of their jewelry or some of their what they're wearing a little bit more. That's the purpose of the shoulder level. Then you have the hip level or cowboy. The camera is positioned roughly waist high, and here you can see a shot of a cowboy's gun holster. And it's practical to get that because when the subject is seated, it's the best use of that, or while another one stands, or when the action occurs near someone's hip, which again a lot of that occurs in westerns with the gun holster. So as a result, this hip level shot is used profusely in cowboy movies, and also movies with a lot of guns. And then we have the knee level. Camera height is about as low as the subject's knees, and mainly used when focusing on a character walking or creeping along, crawling. Here you have bending over to avoid bullets. That's what the knee level shot is used to do. Um, Sometimes even just not really revealing the whole character, but you just see them walking and then you're like, wow, okay, what's happening? Where is this person going? What's going to happen? It's sort of the suspense, it creates a need to keep watching when something is at a low level on the character. And the ground level probably creates the most suspense because the camera height is on ground level with the subject, and it's used to shroud the subject's face, so we don't exactly know what's going on. Again, it makes people curious as to what's going to happen, and uses the actor's performance to build an idea. Or it can be used to present a character walking. So here's somebody walking into a scene, and then a lot of times it will be coupled with a camera motion that pulls up and sees, what's going on with the rest of the character, or different other angle shots in coalition with it. So ground level is used a lot in cinematography when it comes to walking. Okay. And then this is a video. I'm going to link it down in the description. You go watch it. It's about camera angles, the ultimate guide, and how you can learn a little bit more, maybe even see it used in cinematography. It's made by a company called Studio Binder. And again, I got all their information from them. And so go check that out in the description. And that is the end of this lesson about camera angles. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video.